In the realm of cyberspace, where anonymity reigns supreme, the name Anonymous has become synonymous with mystery, intrigue, and rebellion. Born from the depths of the internet, this decentralized collective of hackers and activists has made headlines around the world for its daring exploits and bold declarations of defiance against authority and injustice. In one such instance, an anonymous hacker member emerged from the shadows to highlight a cache of documents that promised to shake the very foundations of our understanding of the world. Among these documents were revelations of giant discoveries, evidence of ancient beings of colossal stature that once roamed the earth, hidden in the annals of history and obscured from public view. The story begins with a cryptic message posted on an internet forum frequented by members of the anonymous collective. In the message, the hacker claimed to have gained access to a trove of classified documents stored on a secure server belonging to a government agency. These documents, the hacker alleged, contained explosive information that had been deliberately concealed from the public eye. The anonymous member posted that throughout the 19th and early 20th centuries, author Richard J. Dewhurst documented a series of peculiar accounts detailing the unearthing of oversized humanoid skeletons in North America. These archaeological findings initially pointed towards the existence of a previously unknown indigenous species, bearing a striking resemblance to the mythical race of giants depicted in ancient lore. However, rather cryptically, the reports accompanying data and physical evidence such as skeletal remains, ancient artifacts, and references to a giant-centric culture were meticulously concealed, destroyed, or kept hidden from the general public. The baffling suppression of these discoveries raises intriguing questions about the potential existence of a forgotten chapter in human history, and hints at a deliberate effort to obscure knowledge of these enigmatic beings from wider scrutiny and understanding. In the initial stages of his research, Richard Dewhurst encountered a significant volume of archaeological findings unearthed by ordinary individuals during the expansion phase of New York settlements. A noteworthy instance highlighted in the report, A History of Livingston Country, New York, 1824, was the unearthing of a burial mound belonging to indigenous peoples, where the excavation revealed the presence of remarkably large humanoid skeletons that were brought to light by Jesse Stanley. The report intricately detailed this discovery, shedding light on the remarkable uncovering of these ancient remains, providing a glimpse into the historical narratives embedded within the region. This notable event underscores the invaluable insights that arise from the unearthing of these archaeological treasures by members of the general populace, offering a unique perspective on the rich heritage and past civilizations that have shaped the landscape of New York. In the early 1820s, there was a significant event where a mound was excavated, uncovering a variety of artifacts, such as arrowheads, a brass kettle, and knives that were found during the excavation process. Moreover, this excavation revealed multiple human skeletons, with one particular skeleton standing out due to its massive size. The jawbone of this gigantic human skeleton was notably large, so much so that Adam Holzlander, who was known as the largest man in the settlement at that time, could place it over his own chin and jaw like a mask, showcasing the immense size of the discovered remains. This discovery sparked intrigue and fascination among the local community, prompting discussions about the existence of such unusually large individuals in the past and their significance in the historical context of the region. In light of the compelling nature of the argument suggesting a possible error by the Institute that initially reported the finding in 1820, it is crucial to consider the multitude of subsequent reports that emerged in connection with various mounds unearthed in the same region. One such report, featured in a publication titled A History of Western New York, 1804 from New York, meticulously documented the unearthing of colossal humanoid remains. These findings were meticulously examined and accurately documented by scientific authorities. This specific report has been noted for its detailed description and precise measurements of the unearthed bones. This substantial body of reports not only adds credence to the initial discovery, but also sheds further light on the consistency and accuracy of the findings across multiple excavations in the region. The comprehensive nature of these accounts reinforces the authenticity of the discoveries, with each subsequent report contributing to a growing body of evidence that substantiates the existence of these remarkable archaeological finds. In the realm of archaeological discoveries, there have been findings of human bones of colossal dimensions that astound with their exceptional state of preservation, allowing for meticulous description and measurement. The skulls uncovered in this intriguing collection possess cavities of such substantial size that they could adequately encase the head of a modern individual, effortlessly fitting like a contemporary hat or cap. Furthermore, the jawbones exhibited in these revelations prove to be of significant dimensions, capable of being placed to align perfectly outside the facial structure of a person from our era. These exceptional features observed extend beyond the skulls and jawbones, as additional skeletal remains unearthed showcase a remarkable consistency in size proportions with the aforementioned cranial and facial bones. A number of these remarkable artifacts have found their home in the display cases of antiquarians, where they remain on exhibition, providing a tangible link to our distant past for those keen on exploring the enigmatic secrets of bygone eras. Contrary to expectation, according to the information presented in this report, the skeletal remains of giants were carefully preserved, curated in museums, and examined by archaeologists in the past. However, in a puzzling turn of events, there is a notable absence of any giant humanoid skeletons currently available for public viewing or research in prominent Native American museums. The question arises, despite the numerous documented discoveries related to these colossal Native American skeletons, why do they seem to be conspicuously absent from contemporary displays or collections? Richard Dewhurst, in his detailed exploration, highlights a disturbing thread throughout his book that points towards a deliberate distortion of the historical narrative by a specific organization across generations. In a poignant quote attributed to Richard Dewhurst, this deception is succinctly encapsulated. The Smithsonian Institution, post-Civil War, implemented a policy that deliberately overlooked any direct foreign influence in the Americas before Columbus's arrival. This strategic exclusion has sparked various interpretations. Some argue that it stemmed from the post-war government's desire to suppress regional and ethnic tensions during the nation's delicate reconstruction phase. Additionally, certain voices suggest that this exclusion was driven by the expansionist principles rooted in the doctrine of manifest destiny, aiming to conceal the origins of indigenous tribes displaced and decimated by westward expansion. There are also claims that this policy was strategically crafted to counter the Mormon religion's challenges, particularly its belief that the lost tribes of Israel resided in America. This multifaceted approach not only illustrates the complexity of historical narratives, but also underscores the intricate web of political, religious, and social factors at play during that era. Investigating the Smithsonian Institution's potential involvement in concealing the potential existence of humanoid giants raises intriguing questions. Dewhurst suggests that his research indicates a pattern within the Smithsonian's practices of disregarding archaeological findings that conflicted with their established narrative. This pattern seems to be closely linked to Major John Wesley Powell, an esteemed geologist, who played a pivotal role in shaping the exclusionary policies regarding evidence. By delving into Powell's influence, it becomes apparent that he held significant sway over the institution's approach to managing new discoveries, particularly those diverging from established beliefs. During the inception of the Bureau of Ethnology by the United States Congress in 1879, Major John Wesley Powell assumed the esteemed role of its first director, a position he held until his demise in 1902. The Bureau's primary objective was the meticulous relocation of archives, records, and materials pertaining to the indigenous peoples of North America from the Interior Department to the Smithsonian Institution. Major Powell's tenure as the Bureau of Ethnology's director marked a significant period when his unrivaled expertise in American West geography led to a special assignment. Tasked with crafting a detailed account of the ancient tribes and their probable origins, he diligently penned a comprehensive report. Rather than subjecting his work to peer review by fellow experts, archaeologists, or field explorers, Powell swiftly elevated his report to the status of the Smithsonian Institution's official policy, a stance unchallenged for the ensuing century. Major John Wesley Powell authored a report addressed to the Secretary of the Smithsonian Institution named On Limitations to the Use of Some Anthropologic Data. Within this report, he emphatically posited that there was no justification or advantage in pursuing the ancestral roots of indigenous tribes in North America. Powell's viewpoint was articulated clearly through the following excerpt from the report. In delving into the realm of customs, one may stumble upon subtle hints. Yet beyond this surface lies a realm where the findings have often been misappropriated, particularly in attempts to establish connections between the Native American tribes and ancient civilizations from distant corners of the globe. The study of these ancient artifacts has been marred by unnecessary conjecture regarding the potential links between the civilizations they represent and the indigenous tribes of North America from documented history. Therefore, there is no justification for seeking an external, non-indigenous source to account for the advanced knowledge and skills displayed by the ancient inhabitants of North America as evidenced by the artifacts unearthed from the mounds. In light of these reports, Charles Doolittle Walcott, who served as the secretary of the Smithsonian Institution from 1907 to 1927, adopted the Powell Doctrine as the official stance of the institution for the latter part of the 20th century. Interestingly, to this day, the Powell Doctrine continues to be upheld by the Smithsonian, despite the ongoing efforts of contemporary archaeologists and historians to advocate for the recognition of numerous settlement attempts predating the European colonization of the 18th century. This enduring adherence to the Powell Doctrine within the Smithsonian highlights the significance and influence of Walcott's decision, shaping the institution's approach to historical interpretations and archaeological practices throughout the years. Moreover, the persistent advocacy for acknowledging pre-colonial settlement endeavors underscores the continuous evolution and discourse within the field of archaeology, prompting a re-evaluation of historical narratives and perspectives that have long dominated scholarly discussions. Richard Dewhurst, in his research findings, associated the concealment policy with compelling evidence pointing towards an extensive suppression not only of the unearthing of large humanoid skeletons scattered throughout North America, but also of any relics hinting at a potential European presence or migration to the New World prior to Christopher Columbus's colonization ventures. Presently, the prevailing hypothesis regarding the Native Americans' origins revolves around a purely speculative notion suggesting that during the ancient Ice Age, ice bridges formed connecting continents worldwide, enabling migration from Africa to the southern regions of the Americas, despite a lack of concrete evidence supporting this assertion. Dewhurst's investigations highlighted the existence of covert measures aimed at concealing historical truths, emphasizing the need to delve deeper into unraveling the mysteries surrounding the suppression of significant archaeological discoveries and narratives that could potentially reshape our understanding of the past. The ramifications of this policy are profound and multifaceted, making it difficult to fully grasp the extent of its impact. One prominent consequence has been the deliberate suppression of numerous discoveries labeled as out of context. These artifacts were generously offered to the museum with genuine unawareness of its entrenched policy favoring conformity and detracting from diverse perspectives. Complicating matters further, the majority of prestigious universities across the United States have aligning regulations, mirroring the Smithsonian's stance. Consequently, the pursuit of studying alternative narratives in American history has been severely hindered, with researchers facing insurmountable barriers in accessing grants and funding for such endeavors. This widespread stance limits the exploration of varied historical viewpoints and restricts the academic pursuit of a more inclusive understanding of the nation's past. Throughout modern times, the quest for giant humanoid skeletons, although futile, has unveiled a pervasive concealment orchestrated by North American archaeological institutions spanning the United States. This orchestrated suppression notably targets any conflicting evidence or revelations that challenge the Powell Doctrine's credibility. The prevailing scenario hints at a pattern where educational establishments persist in shielding the truth from public knowledge. This cloak of secrecy shrouds the Native American burial sites, renowned for concealing these colossal skeletal remains. Unless independent entities take charge and delve into unearthing these clandestine burial mounds harboring giant humanoid skeletons nationwide, the veil of misinformation propagated by academic circles will likely endure in the foreseeable future. During an excavation in the Lovelock Caves in Nevada, a fascinating discovery was unearthed by a team of archaeologists affiliated with the University of California. This intriguing find included a range of peculiar artifacts, most notably the astonishing mummified remains of red-haired giants measuring between 8 to 10 feet in stature. Referred to as the Lovelock giants due to their origin within the confines of the Lovelock Cave, these oversized individuals baffled researchers with their extraordinary size. In addition to the giant mummies, the archaeologists stumbled upon a peculiar pair of enormous sandals, distinctly unsuitable for the typical human foot, hinting at the enigmatic nature of these ancient findings. This revelation not only sheds light on the mysterious history of the region, but also raises intriguing questions about the existence of such gigantic individuals in the past, prompting further exploration and analysis to uncover the secrets of the Lovelock giants. During archaeological excavations, a pair of sandals measuring 15 inches in length was unearthed, bearing distinct indications of previous wear. Notably, a handprint of considerable size was identified on one of the stones within the confines of Lovelock Cave. Many of the artifacts recovered from this site currently reside in various museums and private collections, underscoring their historical significance. In a notable discovery from 1931, 2 colossal skeletons of red-haired giants were uncovered in close proximity to the cave, sparking intense curiosity and speculation. These extraordinary findings have prompted widespread speculation and intrigue, fueling beliefs that an ancient race of giant humans once roamed the Earth, leaving an indelible mark on history. The prevalence of enigmatic humanoid giant skeletons unearthed throughout various locations in North America has sparked widespread curiosity and intrigue within the archaeological community. Particularly noteworthy are the perplexing discoveries that challenge conventional explanations, coupled with the unsettling concealment of conflicting findings by reputed institutions such as the Smithsonian Institute, casting a shadow over the realm of North American studies. Brandon Fugel, serving as the chairman of Colliers International in Utah, holds the prestigious position of being the owner of the renowned Skinwalker Ranch, solidifying his status as a leading figure in the business and real estate domain of the Intermountain West region. Apart from his successful career, Brandon has nurtured a deep-rooted curiosity since his youth regarding the mysterious phenomena that envelop our universe, particularly pondering the existence of extraterrestrial life forms. His intriguing journey led him to acquire Skinwalker Ranch in 2016 from the eminent aerospace magnate Robert Bigelow, with the primary aim of delving into and comprehensively exploring the bizarre and inexplicable occurrences that have persisted on the property for over 2 centuries. This acquisition marked the commencement of an in-depth investigation and study into the mysteries that shroud Skinwalker Ranch, symbolizing Brandon's commitment to unraveling the secrets hidden within its mysterious confines. In his role as the lead researcher and chief scientific authority at Skinwalker Ranch, Eric Bard has taken charge of implementing a state-of-the-art surveillance network that maintains constant vigilance over the entire premises, allowing for thorough monitoring of the area. Furthermore, Bard assumes the leadership of all investigative activities conducted on the ranch. With a decade-long history of collaborating with Brandon on diverse scientific initiatives, Bard not only brings a profound reservoir of expertise, but also demonstrates an insatiable curiosity when it comes to delving into the peculiar occurrences documented on Skinwalker Ranch. This wealth of experience and insatiable thirst for knowledge significantly enhances Bard's approach towards unraveling the mysteries surrounding the ranch, making him a pivotal figure in the exploration of the strange phenomena observed. Eric has recently made the assertion that he is engaged in communication with an entity located at the Skinwalker Ranch. Eric asked out loud, "If you have something to show me, show me," and while doing this, the surveillance cameras began malfunctioning, and his computer monitor underwent a transformation, displaying the digitally crafted message, "I living." This peculiar occurrence left Eric intrigued and somewhat perplexed as he pondered the significance behind these unexpected technological anomalies. In the realm of precognitive intelligence, observers have noted a phenomenon where entities display characteristics akin to the development stage of an infant, while possessing remarkable abilities perceptible to us. This peculiar nature possibly accounts for the apparent irregularity and lack of logical coherence in their interactions. These entities seem to engage not only with cognitive processes, but also with other forms of intelligence. Many said that prior to the point at which Brandon and Eric's declaration of I living occurs, their encounters may have primarily involved reactions to the entity's mere presence, akin to encountering byproducts of its existence. It appears that the entity remains unaware of the team's presence, going about its routine existence uninterrupted, akin to an individual bothered by the persistent buzzing of a fly. Meanwhile, the team observes these manifestations passively, realizing that the entity, or entities, exist in a state of obliviousness regarding their monitoring. This scenario suggests a dynamic where the team's intrusion interrupts the entity's uneventful existence, compelling it to react to the unexpected disturbances caused by the team's probing actions. In the realm of the supernatural encounters documented at Skinwalker Ranch, a particularly unsettling phenomenon is the frequency of ghostly manifestations recounted by individuals brave enough to explore its sacred expanse. Those who have tread upon its revered terrain have shared harrowing tales of coming face to face with elusive silhouettes shrouded in darkness, disembodied murmurs resonating through the obscurity, and unsettling specters that materialize fleetingly before dissolving into the ether right in front of their gaze. These ethereal occurrences have perplexed and intrigued visitors, adding an additional layer of mystery and intrigue to the mysterious reputation of Skinwalker Ranch. In a chilling recount shared by a previous ranch caretaker, a vivid depiction emerges of encountering the spectral presence of a Native American man positioned quietly at the boundary of the estate, his gaze ablaze with an unearthly fervor. As narrated by the caretaker, the ethereal manifestations seem to be vigilantly overseeing the grounds, almost as if safeguarding it against trespassers or attempting to communicate a message from the realm beyond. This haunting experience underscores a deep connection to the spiritual essence of the land, inviting contemplation on the interplay between the living and the spectral world and the timeless narratives that echo through such encounters. In the accounts provided by additional witnesses, there were vivid descriptions of encountering the apparitions of ranchers and settlers long departed from this earthly realm. These ethereal manifestations were observed meandering through the barren landscape, seemingly in pursuit of peace or closure. Some individuals have recounted hearing eerie phantom footfalls resonating in the stillness of the night, while others have shared experiencing an overwhelming wave of apprehension and discomfort that appeared to be rooted deep within the ground itself. The reported encounters not only suggest a spectral presence, but also hint at a lingering essence of unresolved matters that tie these spirits to their former existence. Skinwalker Ranch is not only rumored to be inhabited by ghostly apparitions, but also believed to be home to a myriad of other supernatural beings. Among these entities are shadow people, poltergeists, and even demonic entities. The prevailing lore suggests that these malevolent spirits dwell in the darkness, strategically positioned to trap unassuming visitors in a realm fraught with fright and anguish. The eerie legends surrounding the ranch paint a vivid picture of a place where mysterious and sinister forces coexist, instilling a sense of fear and foreboding among those who dare to explore the area. Despite the numerous accounts documenting instances of alleged ghost sightings and paranormal occurrences, there exists a persistent cohort of skeptics who refuse to be swayed, as they attribute these purported phenomena to acts of deception, psychological illusions, or the profound impact of suggestion. Nevertheless, individuals who have directly encountered these inexplicable events attest to the undeniable existence of supernatural forces, causing the mystery surrounding Skinwalker Ranch to persist, defying conventional and logical elucidation. In an extensive quest to unveil the mysteries surrounding the reported ghost sightings at Skinwalker Ranch, a plethora of inquiries have been carried out spanning diverse approaches, including rigorous scientific research endeavors to spontaneous and informal ghost hunting expeditions. The enduring mystery of Skinwalker Ranch persists, captivating the imagination and curiosity of many, with its inscrutable nature defying easy explanation and leaving a profound sense of intrigue in its wake. At Skinwalker Ranch, there is a widespread belief that the eerie occurrences on the property could be interconnected with its tumultuous past, characterized by a tapestry of narratives involving bloodshed, anguish, and deceit. Conversely, some individuals posit that the unexplained phenomena witnessed there might stem from elemental forces or mysterious scientific concepts that challenge the boundaries of our existing knowledge of the cosmos. This mysterious location has been steeped in a history overflowing with unsettling events that have baffled and intrigued observers for generations. Skinwalker Ranch occupies a unique and significant position within the realm of paranormal investigations, where the distinction between the visible and the invisible realms becomes blurred. It serves as a site where the strange nature of the afterlife is laid bare, inviting those curious enough to delve into its mysteries. This location, shrouded in both fascination and uncertainty, continues to intrigue individuals with a keen interest in the supernatural and the unexplained. As long as Skinwalker Ranch remains a symbol of the unknown, the ethereal encounters and otherworldly events that permeate its mysterious depths will persist in captivating the curiosity and fascination of both believers and skeptics, perpetuating a legacy that transcends mere speculation. The origins of Skinwalker Ranch date back centuries, long before its name became synonymous with the unexplained. According to local folklore, the land was once inhabited by the Navajo people, who believed it to be cursed by malevolent spirits known as skinwalkers, shape-shifting entities capable of assuming the forms of animals and humans alike.